My name is Regina Brooks, and I am the founder and owner of Serendipity Literary Agency. I'm proud to say that we've been in business for 10 years. You know, when I think about how I want to explain what the role of a literary agent does, there are a few things that come to my mind. Basically, what we are is a business manager for writers. So just like in the music industry, you'd have a manager who works with you throughout the course of your music career. It's the same thing with a writer or an agent. So basically, we help shepherd your projects through to publication, and I help negotiate your deals. I help promote your book once it's out there. So from pre-publication all the way to post-publication and beyond. It was kind of a transition. I used to work as an editor for both John Wiley & Sons as well as for McGraw-Hill. And basically an agent does the same thing that an in-house acquisitions editor would do. The only difference is they get a portion of the sales of that author. So in-house, you're helping to find authors, find talent. You're helping to get their books published and get them distributed. And basically an agent does the same thing. It's just that we're outside of the publishing house. And the key thing about agents too, and why the role is so important, is that we really try to keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening in the community. And editors really rely heavily on us to make sure that they stay informed and that they get the best of projects. Well, people do it differently. One of the things that I like to do is I teach a lot. So I do about 20 conferences a year all over the world, as far as Italy. I've done things in London, as well as like Mississippi. So I'm all over the country and the world trying to find some of the best writers, because a lot of people think that they're mostly in the metropolitan areas. But if you think about what it takes to be a writer, you really have to be an observer and you have to live life. And some of the people who are in some of these alternative places that are not necessarily metropolitan have really incredible stories to tell. The first thing I would say is, have you sent your project out to multiple agents and or publishers and have gotten rejections? Because if you've gotten rejections, oftentimes, if you have a story to tell and you really want to get it out there, you can self-publish. The other thing, too, is if you're a business person and you're out on the scene and you're doing talks, training, you have the ability to sell books in the back of the room. I often tell people they should self-publish their book because they're going to make a lot more money, and they can sell point of sale. And they get 100% of their money versus getting a percentage of their money, a small percentage of their money. And there are numerous other things to consider. A lot of people, especially people in the African American community, we're very creative, and we really like to have control over our projects. And we like to be able to say what the cover is going to look like. We want to say how the book should be promoted, how it should be sold. And oftentimes in those situations, when you have a really strong vision for your book, you should consider self-publishing, because you will be able to maintain the control of your project. I think the thing that I find the most satisfying about being an agent is the fact that it's the perfect job for people who are curious, are easily bored, and love to look at life both from the left brain side of things as well as the right.